Combating terrorism, waging war, closing borders, or building peace. This presentation's media items are based on Twitter accounts. Some are private persons, some are politicians. The significance of these tweets is to show how the debate about terrorism, migrants, and refugees is going and how it affects politics. And politics affect how people think about these topics as well. These tweets are Donald Trump's. He is a candidate running for president in the United States. These tweets are from different politicians. The first one is from the Netherlands in Europe, and the second one is from the UK. This is a picture from last autumn in Finland when the amount of refugees suddenly multiplied in the country. Terrorist attacks have had huge coverage in the media in the last years. Many countries are involved in the war in Syria and Iraq. This war has sparked the refugee crisis in Europe. Terrorists have been related to refugees, especially in the media. A lot of politicians have been suggesting closing of the borders to protect citizens. This slide is about Marshall Lorimer's article about the explanations for terrorism and suggestions what to do about it according to the far-right parties. The turmoil in Iraq and Syria and the terrorist group ISIS is based on many mistakes in the past. The theories in this presentation about peace building to the Middle East is based on Hussein Al-Tii, who is an expert in crisis management initiative. Al-Tii is a refugee himself, and he lived in a UN refugee camp for 3 years when he was young. He has very vast networks in Iraq, and he knows what terrorists want. He was welcomed in Finland in a good way when he was young, and his social integration was a perfect example. These are the 6 theses for peace building by Hussein Al-Tii. As you can see, Al-Tii's theory is focused on reforming the country and its structures. This slide is Al-Tii's theory for what is the background for marginalization and joining ISIS and other organizations. According to Al-Tii, the prevention of radicalization is very important, and it must be done in all levels of the society. Al-Tii also suggests ways to stabilize the situation in the Middle East, preventing further turmoil. Conclusion: wars against terrorism and closing of the borders aren't the right answers. Prevention of radicalization is important, and it needs to be assessed both in the country of origin and in the country the refugees are going to.